This is Logan Seeley live with Cool FM here in the second quarter of this Valley Union versus Desert Heights prep game. Right now the score is 0-0, and excuse us for the technical difficulties.
This is Logan Seeley live.
We're getting everything ready, making sure you guys have the best viewing experience possible. And right now, as it stands, both teams have had the ball twice, so this is Desert Heights' second possession.
Right now the score is 0-0.
And earlier to start this game, they had a fade ball, and it was a great ball. I mean, this Desert Heights team, really, they're making big plays, and that's kind of what's been the killer of this Valley Union defense, is giving up these big plays, the big runs, the big passes. And we saw it last week against St. David. So here goes second down, and he's going to bust open a run to the right side, but he's going to be met by two Valley Union defenders. And that's going to be Miles Richardson, number 3 on the tackle. Right? I'm expecting him to have a pretty big game today. You know, talking to the coach in the summer especially. He's been kind of one of those players that you're going to look for to stand out. Right? He's going to be one of those players you look to lean on when things get hard, and one of those leaders that, you know, is going to pick the team up. So I'm definitely excited to see what he's going to be able to do this game. He's definitely been hitting people. He's really been kind of flying around the field, and this is going to be first down for Desert Heights. And right now they're going to line up in an empty set, and the referees are talking right now. Okay, here we go. So it's going to be first down for Desert Heights, empty set, right? And you can see them kind of faking the blitz, trying to get some pressure, and he's going to drop back to pass, and he's going to try to find a deep ball, and that's going to be just out of reach. Fingertips, 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 right? You're going to hear me say fingertips a lot this season. You know, that was a perfect ball, perfect read. You just have to float that ball in there a little bit more. And I will say this quarterback is probably the biggest kid on Desert Heights, right? He stands at about 6'2", and you're looking at Desert Heights, everybody else is about 5'10". So they've got a big quarterback, some size on their side. In Valley Union, right, they have a D-end. He's about the same size as the quarterback. They're linebackers. They're a bigger team in comparison, right? Roster size, kind of everything about this Valley Union team. They look really explosive right now, and especially they're looking for a bounce back, and that quarterback's going to keep it down the right side, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds, so it's going to bring up third down and about 4 Desert Heights. And I want to give a huge thank you to Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative for giving us the ability to bring these youth athletes some coverage, and especially for their families who can't come to these away games that are so far away. We want to give a huge thank you to them. And here comes 3rd and 4 for Desert Heights. Again, they're taking their time coming up to the line, making sure that they're making the right reads. Valley Union getting time to get set up on defense. And they're going to bring the pressure again. And he's going to look to pass, and that's almost intercepted by number 3. But there's going to be a flag on the play. And so as we wait to see what that flag is, I think it's going to be a holding call. We want to give a huge thank you to the MORSE Automotive Group. Cochise County is now backed by more. The Sherry ETHELL team at Long Realty. BARNETT'S Towing and BARNETT'S Propane, serving our community since 1963, as well as the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435, as that penalty is going to be on Valley Union, so that's going to bring up 1st and goal for Desert Heights. And they're on the 10, so they're playing the full length of the goal. And they're going to line up one in the backfield, bunched in tight. It looks like they have a down back, right? And that's not a formation you tend to see a lot in 8-man, is having no wide receivers spread out and one down back. And that's going to be a high snap, but the quarterback's going to keep it. And he's going to try to make a man miss, but he's not going to be able to do that. And he's going to be brought down by 3 Valley Union defenders. He's swallowed up behind the line to gain. So that's going to be a loss of about 3.5 yards. So that's going to bring up 2nd and goal for this Desert Heights team, who got the ball in a good position last drive with explosive plays. And they've been putting it on, honestly, on offense. But this Valley Union defense really is kind of showing that they're a flex, not bend, that they're a bend, don't break defense, excuse me. And they really haven't broken yet, right? They give up these explosive plays, and then they continue to be disciplined and make these tackles as they get into the red zone. And so it's going to be 2nd and goal for this Desert Heights team. And they're going to line up empty set again. And he's going to drop back to pass. And he's feeling the pressure, and he's going to be wrapped up, but he's going to try to get back to the line, and he's going to gain about 4 yards. So that's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 9 for Desert Heights. And they're going to look to punch one in here, try to make the score 6-0. And this Valley Union defense, they're playing great tonight. They're really kind of showing the improvements they made coming from St. David last week, right? We saw the score to that game, 56-0. And so now they're looking to kind of improve, right, against a tough Desert Heights team. This team made the playoffs last year. They got knocked out in the first round. And the same story with Valley Union, right? So it's kind of 2 teams with the same story. A lot of seniors graduated, key seniors graduating, and now they're kind of looking to rebuild around this year's senior class. So they're going to be trips to the left, and he's rolling out looking to pass, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown for Desert Heights. That's going to make the score 6-0 here in the second quarter. That's going to be the first touchdown of the game. And it looked like they were in man coverage, and he just got beat. And there's nothing you can really do about that. I mean, you need to have better coverage, right? You need to be able to drop down a little quicker. But all in all, this Valley Union defense has really seemed to impress me tonight, coming from last week, right? They've made a lot of improvements. You know, their coaching staff has been surrounding them, I'm sure, with love, as well as some tough criticism that they needed to hear after the loss last week. So here we go. They look like they're getting ready to kick an extra point. And this really isn't something you see a whole bunch in 8-man. You don't see a lot of teams go to kick extra points. So I'm excited to see, you know, what kind of leg their kicker has. So he's going to miss the extra point. It's going to be blocked. It looked like it might have hit his own teammate's butt. So this is going to bring up kickoff. So this Valley Union team is going to get a chance to punch the ball back into the end zone and get their score and get the lead back. And so right now the score is going to be 6-0, Desert Heights on top. Really kind of a fight. This game looks like it's been most of a dog fight. So as you can see, we've changed things up a little bit this year. Now we're going to be on the sideline. We're next to the team. We can hear everything they're saying. I'll try to relay it to you guys the best I can. I know football is a heated game, so some things I might not be able to say, but that's okay, right? We want to give a huge thank you to Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact Grasshopper Landscaping on Facebook or Google Grasshopper Landscaping. And we want to give a huge thank you to Ginger's Title Services, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard, open on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. now. And this is going to be the kickoff, and that's driven deep. And he's going to make a nice cut, and he's going to come up down the middle, and he's looking to make some man miss. And he's going down the sideline, and he's going to be gone. That's going to be a touchdown for Valley Union. What a way to get it back. That's going to be number 3, Miles Richardson. That's their guy. That's the guy I've talked about. He really is a leader on this team, and what a play. What a play. Taking the kick return back all the way for 6 to get the score even up. What a play. I'm a little speechless. He hit a nice cut down that sideline, and then he was gone. He showed the burners, he showed the speed, and he was out of there. So that's going to make the score 6-6. And wow, what a series of events. You go from 0-0, maybe 30 seconds ago on the game clock, and now you're up. Now it's even 6-6, with Valley Union getting a chance to tie. And it looks like they're going to go for 2 here, lining up in the bone. And they're going to hand it off down the middle, and they're going to punch that in. That's going to make the score 6-8. Valley Union on top here in Glendale, Arizona. And that touchdown is going to be brought to you by ALLO Fiber, now available in Sierra Vista. Experience the fiber difference. We also want to give a huge thank you to Right Way, now serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. They're happy to support our local athletic sports broadcasts. And so with that, the score is going to be 8-6, Valley Union on top after giving up a touchdown on defense. And then they get the ball back on special teams where big plays are made, and they're going to take it in for a touchdown. And you guys can see just kind of how fired up this team is, right? You hear all the coaches yelling. And you can see Miles Richardson. I just walked across his face. He's gassed. I'd be gassed too if I ran back a 70-yard kickoff return. And what a play! What a play to really put the team on your back right there, and in the face of adversity, and be able to take the lead. So the score is now 8-6. Valley Union on top here in the second quarter from Glendale, Arizona, and that's going to be a nice kick. And they're going to look to try to do the same thing. And he's going to make a man miss, and he's going to spin, and he's going to be wrapped up and taken down. What a shot by the quarterback, number 8 for Valley Union. That's going to be James Richardson, the freshman, and that's a tall freshman. That's a tall freshman. I think that's Miles Richardson's little brother. So you know the athleticism has to run in the family if he's starting at quarterback as a freshman, as well as starting on the defensive side of the ball. So this Valley Union team, again, showing kind of what they're about. They made the playoffs last year, and now they're having, you know, after a tough start to the season, now they're really kind of showing what they're about. They're hoping to have another tough playoff run this year and be able to really kind of show what they're about. You know, a lot of people are going to look over them after that loss to St. David, but that's not a loss you can discredit, right? So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Desert Heights, and they're going to hit their running back in the flat, and they're going to try to strip the ball. Oh, and he's going to get stuck by the quarterback. James Richardson again. You're going to hear me calling that name all night. Miles Richardson wrapped him up, his brother. And then you have James Richardson coming in to make a tackle. And this Valley Union team, they've got a lot of stud players returning, but they also have a lot of freshmen coming in that can really make a difference. You have Yahir Luna coming in as a senior, Miles Richardson coming in as a senior, Zion Moore coming in as a senior. And then on top of that, you have James Richardson coming in as a freshman, already making big plays. So I'm excited to see not only this season for Valley Union, but the future. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for Desert Heights. And they're going to have empty set, quarterback dropping back, looking to pass, and he's going to roll one out, and he's going to look to hit his receiver, and that's going to be incomplete. And it looked like there was a flag, and there's the flag. There's the flag. I knew they were missing something. It looked like a little bit of early contact, you know, a little hand fighting while the ball was in the air, and that's not stuff you can let happen. So I want to see what this flag's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be pass interference or holding, but we'll see what happens. So that flag will be on Valley Union's defense. That's going to be a pass interference. That's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Desert Heights as they're going to look to try to punch another one in and try to give themselves the lead once again. They had it for approximately 6 seconds. So we'll see what they can do. Offensively, this team is what looks like a powerhouse. This team, they've got big linemen. You know, you've got big number 72 in front of your quarterback leading the way. That's going to be Aiden Clark, the senior. And then you have number 7, the playmaker for this Desert Heights team, and that's going to be a fumble. And Valley Union's going to recover it. What a play. What a play. Zion Moore able to hop on the ball quickly. What a play. What a pop. I didn't get to see who made the hit, but that was a pop. He hit him, and the ball just popped right out. And that's really what you want to see as a defensive coach, is just contact forcing the ball out. That's how you know your guy's a hitter. So that's going to be Justice Grebeck fumbling the ball, the sophomore. And he's had himself a big game so far. The first drive of the game, he broke off a 70-yard run. So here comes Valley Union's offense once again. 1st and 10. And you're going to have James Richardson in the shotgun looking for Yahir Luna. And there's going to be a flag on the play. It looked like some early motion. And that's going to be a flag, a false start on the offense. So that's going to move the ball back 5. And so that's going to bring up 1st and 15 for this Valley Union offense, who really has had a little bit of trouble clicking tonight. But we didn't get to see their offense last drive. So I'm excited to see what this offense brings to the table now. Now they're up points, right? They're up 2 points. So now they can play, you know, a little bit more aggressive. They know they're capable of scoring. In special teams, they know they're capable of scoring. In defense and getting the ball back and forcing these turnovers. So now their offense is going to try to look to take a little bit more of a deep shot make more plays. So they're going to send Miles Richardson in motion. That's going to be a fake, and there goes Yahir Luna down the middle. And he's going to make a man miss. What a block. And he's going to be caught from behind, it looks like. What a run. What a play by the senior, the captain of this team. Number 1, Yahir Luna. And I remember calling his name a lot last year. He's a tough player. He's a hitter. He loves to run. He runs aggressively. And that's what you want to see out of a captain. Not only is he going to lead his team mentally and prepare them in the face of adversity, but he's also going to step up in the face of adversity himself and show that he can do things. What a run by Yahir Luna. And that run is going to be sponsored by the American Southwest Credit Union, an equal opportunity lender. Join the community at ascu.org, and that's going to bring up 1st and 10. And that's going to be a keeper with Miles Richardson. And it looks like they need to convert this first down. Or they have a kicker. Or they have a kicker, and they need to convert this first down. Or they have a kicker. Or they have a kicker with a boot. They could have the best kicker in the state. Who knows? So it's going to be 4 minutes left in the first half. Valley Union on top 8-6 from Glendale, Arizona, Desert Heights Preparatory Academy. And this is probably the nicest school I've ever seen. I pulled up and it looked like a little house on the side of the road. So it's a really nice school. It's huge. So it's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Blue Devils, sending Miles Richardson into motion. It looks like they're in man on the defense. And there goes Yahir Luna with the spin. But he's going to be brought down after gaining 3. So that's going to put them right back where they started. That's going to be 4th and 7 for the Blue Devils. And they're going to look to try to punch one in here. We want to give a huge thank you to Sierra Toyota. Sierra Toyota wants to buy your car, truck, or SUV. Get your vehicle appraised in 30 minutes or less. No vehicle will be turned away. Sierra Toyota, locally owned, community-driven, and TWN Communications, delivering high-speed, affordable, and reliable internet and digital phone service in Sierra Vista. Here's Valley Union on 4th and 7, driving back to pass, and it looks like they're going to keep with James Richardson, and he's going to try to make a man miss, but he's not going to be able to. That's going to be a turnover on downs, and Desert Heights is going to take over on offense from their own red zone. We saw that run from Yahir Luna, so we know they're capable of getting the ball in deep, getting the ball in the red zone. And that's going to be a timeout by Valley Union, a timeout called. And let's try to get a little close, hear what they're saying. Sounds like they need water. He's calling in his defense, trying to get them hyped up. So here we are from Glendale, Arizona. In the second quarter, Valley Union on top 8-6. And he's telling his D linemen, you guys need to step up. You guys need to get some more pressure. You guys need to step up into this quarterback's face because he's throwing lasers. He's about 6'2", rolling out of the pocket, handling business outside of the pocket, and delivering lasers down. And their receivers just can't catch it, or they've caught lucky breaks with the pass interference to stop them from being intercepted. So here comes Desert Heights, take you over on offense. And this offensive drive is going to be brought to you by Eagle Plumbing, providing expert service in Cochise County for over 50 years. Family owned and trusted for everything from leaks to major repairs. They're just one call away. Eagle Plumbing. And here comes 1st and 10 for this Desert Heights offense. Again, taking their time, getting to the line and getting set, allowing the Valley Union defense to make some adjustments. And that's really been their downfall, is they're giving them the time. They're giving them, 30 seconds between plays. And that snap is going to be fumbled, and he's looking deep. And he's going to find his man on the drag route. And there goes number 9 for Desert Heights. And he's looking for contact. He's going to make 2 men miss. And he's going to be brought down at the 20 by number 34 for Valley Union on a busted coverage. That's going to be Christopher Gonzalez, the junior, on the tackle. What a play, hitting the drag route, really being able to get into space and make 2 men miss from behind. What a play by number 9 for Desert Heights. That's Jeremiah Fowler, the junior. So that was junior on the tackle. And here comes Desert Heights. Now they're just peeking outside of the red zone on the 21. Here's 1st and 10. And it looks like they're going to have 2 down backs, 3 on the line, 2 down backs, and a wide receiver out, and an empty set in the backfield. And they're going to hand it off, and he's going to try to make a man miss, and he will. He's going to fight for more yards, and he's going to get up to the 15. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for this Desert Heights offense, who is just keen on explosive plays, really. All their yards have been off explosive plays, missed coverages, things like that, missed tackles. And it looks like they're going to have 2 men out wide, 1 in the slot, and they're going to try to make a substitution. And this Desert Heights team running nobody in the backfield, running the spread package a lot, we're seeing. And their quarterback's going to draw back to pass again, getting some early pressure, and they're going to try to make him find a man, but he's going to throw it away. And there's going to be a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be a face mask. Now, I don't know anything about football, but that looks like a face mask if I've ever seen one. Just kidding. Let's see what that flag is. It looks like it's going to be on Desert Heights. Let's wait for the referees. Excuse me, that's on Valley Union. That's going to be a roughing the passer, and that's going to bring up 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. So now they have room to work with. They've got 9 yards to score. So Valley Union really needs to turn up the heat, get some pressure on this quarterback, because he's just kind of able to do anything he wants in the backfield. I think he's been touched maybe twice in the backfield. So here comes Valley Union, back on the goal line, and Desert Heights looking to punch this one in. And they're going to hand it off to number 7 to the sideline. He's going to get cracked by Ahir Luna. What a hit. What a pop. What a pop. I could hear that helmet to helmet from here. That sounded like a concussion waiting to be brewed. You need to pick your helmet up, not lead with your head, but what a pop. So he's going to gain about 1 yard. So that's going to bring up 2nd and goal for the Desert Heights offense, who's really just had explosive play after explosive play after explosive play here. And so we're going to look to see what they can do here. This quarterback, this offensive coordinator for Desert Heights knows this running game isn't working so far. He's going to try to air this ball out. He's probably going to hit some crossing routes in the middle and just try to get his receivers open and out of the man coverage and really get them open. So we want to give a huge thank you to Vinny's Pizza of Sierra Vista, serving the community for 45 years with great pizza, wings, and sandwiches. And if you ever need pizza, wings, or sandwiches, Vinny's is the spot. I love Vinny's. If you don't have money for Vinny's right now, I have a $25 gift card in my car. I'll give it to you if you really want some Vinny's. We want to give a huge thank you to Chris Leon and the Leon team at Cross Country Mortgage Sierra Vista. Think of them for your next home loan experience. Proud to support our area's youth sports coverage and teams. Trust them with your next home loan experience, and they do a great job. Another huge thank you to Sonic Drive-In Sierra Vista. Come enjoy a tasty burger or treat after the game. Sonic is about community support and great tasty snacks. We want to give a huge thank you to Sonic. I know if you're watching this, right, you're probably in the Cochise County area, right? Go swing over by Sonic. Tell them I sent you, and that would be great. So there's going to be 2nd and goal, 20 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. And this Desert Heights team really kind of showing that their offense is explosive. And they're going to roll out to the quarterback, looking to hit a crossing route. And that's going to be almost caught by number 7, but just out of reach. You have to go up with 2 hands for those. 1 hand isn't going to cut it. So that's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Probably about 10 seconds left on the clock here. And so they're going to have one last chance to score before halftime and take the lead. Valley Union on top, 8-6 here in this 2nd quarter. And they're going to line up empty set again. 2 down backs. This is their formation. This is their go-to. You see their tight ends lined up in a receiver stance. He's going to release. They're going to send 3 out, and they're going to hand it off. And this run game has not been working, but they're going to try to punch it in. That's going to be a fumble. And they're going to strip him on the goal line. And Valley Union's going to recover. What a play. What a play. Your back's on the goal line. He's about to punch it in. And they force the fumble, recover it on the 1 yard line. They're going to have 1 play left in this quarter. And this is going to be 1st and 10 for Valley Union. And if I'm this coach, I'm thinking right now, there's one play left before halftime. An interception in this time isn't going to cause your quarterback any real distress. Chuck it deep. Send it deep. You've got one play. So here we go. Let's see what Valley Union can cook up on their play sheet. This is going to be 1st and 10 for Valley Union. Last play of the quarter. And we want to give a huge thank you to Duran Plumbing, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County for residential and commercial plumbing projects for 10 plus years with a lifetime of experience in the industry. And Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC. Visit them at prestigesierravista.com. And they're going to try to run the ball. Miles Richardson trying to get out of the end zone. It looks like that's going to be a safety to tie this game up going into half.
That's a safety.
What a play. So that's going to tie this game up going into halftime. Or excuse me, this might not be going into halftime right now. There's 20 seconds about 2 minutes ago. And you guys know how the football clock works. So they're going to bring out their kickoff team to kick this ball back to Desert Heights. After forcing the fumble, they got a safety. And I thought the coach was asking me if I could play. I was ready. I've got my cleats in the trunk of my car. So here comes Desert Heights on kickoff return. They're going to try to punch one in, try to score one of these kickoffs, and send this ball into the end zone. We want to give a huge thank you to Seniors Helping Seniors. At Seniors Helping Seniors, their caregivers or seniors themselves. They show up ready to exceed expectations. Check them out at southernarizonaSHS.com or call 520-487-4246. And a huge thank you to Desert RV in Huachuca City, aiming to build a community that surpasses RVs by giving back through local youth sports sponsorships, veteran support, and community fundraising events. Go to desertrvcenter.com, and they're going to onside kick this ball. And he's going to touch it, and he's going to go down. And I believe that should take us to halftime. Excuse me, that will not take us to halftime. I thought we had 20 seconds left. That's what they said. But maybe not. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Desert Heights. They're going to look to try to punch one in. The score's evened up. Desert Heights 8, Valley Union 8. And here comes Desert Heights. They're going to look to send one deep, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Hit a post route to number 9, and what a catch. What a catch by Desert Heights, number 9. And they're going to call a timeout. What a play. Going up over your defender. Really kind of using this man coverage against Valley Union. And they're just able to kind of make whatever play they want, passing the ball. That's going to be a timeout by Desert Heights. And this timeout is going to be brought to you by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative. A huge thank you. Our presenting sponsor for Cool FM Sports, SSVEC, serving our community, as well as the MORSE Automotive Group. Cochise County is now backed by Morse, and the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Proud to support our young athletes all season long. If you're in the market to buy, sell, make your first call to the real estate experts at 717-599-2439. How much time did she say?
9 seconds.
9 seconds. Okay, that was 11 seconds of gameplay. So you guys can see just how slow this game is going right now because of the football clock. The football clock isn't on our time, it's on its own time. So here comes 1st and 10 for the Desert Heights Coyotes, and they're going to look to try to punch this one in. They're going to go empty set once again. One receiver out wide, bunching down at the line. 2 receivers out wide, excuse me. They're going to have number 9 in the slot. Watch him. And he's going to be wide open in the corner of the end zone, but he will not be able to catch it. That ball's going to go just over his head by about a half a yard. And that's going to bring up 2nd and goal. This has got to be the last play of the half. I've probably said there's going to be about 16 last plays of the half, but this has got to be the last play of the half. Incomplete pass to number 9 for Desert Heights, Jeremiah Fowler. And their quarterback is number 5, Mason Wicker. Quarterback, kicker, right? He's a senior. He's one of their do-it-all guys. And you can see he's a do-it-all guy. He's 6'3", probably about 200-something pounds. So you can see he's a big guy. Big guy back there in the backfield leading this team. And he's got an arm. And Desert Heights is going to call a timeout, looking to regather themselves and really kind of come up with a play that's going to help them score on the last play of the half. And Valley Union's backed up against their own goal line once again. And last time we saw this, there was a forced fumble on the half-yard line. And then Valley Union got the ball back and got a safety. So that's evened up the score at 8-8. Valley Union tied up with Desert Heights here in Glendale, Arizona, Desert Heights Preparatory Academy. 3 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. And we want to give a huge, huge, huge thank you to BARNETT'S Towing and BARNETT'S Propane, serving our community since 1963, and the Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. Their new physical therapy department is now open in Hereford. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435. And this Valley Union team, really, they've done a great job playing good football. They're playing great football. Things just haven't gone their way defensively in the coverage, right? They need to work on their man coverage going in. But this game is tied up. So they're playing a great job offensively, holding the ball, being able to kind of stall this defense and prevent this offense from getting on the field because it looks like they can kind of score from anywhere. So this is going to be second and 10, for Desert Heights, last play of the half. And their quarterback's going to be rolling out right, and he's going to look to find a receiver. And it's going to be in and out of hands, but there's going to be a flag.
Flag on the field.
And I believe that flag is probably going to be pass interference on number 3, Miles Richardson. Pass interference has been a killer for this Valley Union defense this whole game. So they're going to get one more shot to score.
The penalty is on the defense. Giving the Coyotes one last try at getting in the end zone.
So they're going to get one last shot to score. That's going to bring them half the distance to the goal line. So they're going to be going to score on the 7-yard line. And Desert Heights taking over this red zone. They've kind of dominated this red zone this whole game. They've been in the red zone this whole game. And so the refs are going to look to have a little conversation. No time left here in the second quarter. This is going to be the last play. Last play here in the first half. And they're going to go empty set. Quarterback dropping back to pass. And he's going to be sacked going into halftime. So Valley Union tied up with Desert Heights going into halftime. And we want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors. Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Visit them on Facebook or Google Grasshopper Landscaping. Ginger's Title Services of Sierra Vista, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Open on Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. ALLO Fiber, your home team internet. Make the ALLO Fiber difference. Now available in Sierra Vista. Right Way, now serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. We're happy to support our local youth athletic sports broadcasts. American Southwest Credit Union. Today's game is sponsored by American Southwest Credit Union. Join the credit union that supports your community at ASCU.org. Sierra Toyota wants to buy your car, truck, or SUV. Get your vehicle appraised in 30 minutes or less. No vehicle will be turned away. Sierra Toyota, locally owned, community driven. As well as TWN Communications. No data caps ever. Stay connected with the freedom and performance you deserve. Delivering high-speed, affordable, and reliable internet and digital phone service. Eagle Plumbing, proud supporters of local sports, providing expert service in Cochise County for over 50 years. Family owned and trusted for everything from leaks to major repairs. Vinny's Pizza of Sierra Vista, serving the community for 45 years with great pizza, wings, and sandwiches. Proud to support this live stream sports coverage here on Cool FM. Chris Leon and the Leon team at Cross Country Mortgage, Sierra Vista. Think of them for your next home loan experience. Proud to support our area's youth sports coverage and teams. Sonic Drive-In in Sierra Vista. Come enjoy a tasty burger or treat after you finish watching this live stream. Duran Plumbing, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County for residential and community commercial plumbing projects for 10-plus years with a lifetime of experience in the industry. At Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, Sierra Vista has pioneered a visionary approach of customer-centric service. Visit them at prestigesierravista.com. Seniors Helping Seniors. Check them out in Southern Arizona, shs.com, or call 520-487-4246. And last but not least, Desert RV in Huachuca City, aiming to build a community that surpasses RVs by giving back through local youth sports sponsorships. Go to desertrvcenter.com.
Don't forget, we do have a concession.
So St. David team. St. David playing Blvd right now. Last year, this game was an absolute slaughter. I was blessed with the chance to cover that game. So let's take a look into some of the scores around the county right now.
I can put the points on the board for you. That's all I can do. Gotta love technology.
Valley Union tied up with Desert Heights 8-8. Bisbee and Cortez. And I can't see the score to that game. We're having issues with the broadcast, but that's okay. Let's move over to the ALA Mission Heights game, and it looks like it's halftime over there. Mission Heights up over ALA right now, 12-0, as ALA's first game in Division III, playing with the big dogs in the CAA. And speaking of another CAA team, we have Marine Academy. They were supposed to have a game yesterday against Tohono O'odham at home, and the game got forfeited, so they're going to start their season with a 1 in the win column. Right, and we're getting ready to see a bunch more of those come. You know, I played for Breen. I love Breen. Let's move over to Wilcox versus Arizona Lutheran. Arizona Lutheran on top of Wilcox, 6-0 at halftime right now. St. David versus Blvd, 53-0 at halftime. 53-0 at halftime, and you know the St. David team does not play around. They're here to really kind of put a beating on every team they play this year. We saw it last week against Valley Union, the team we're covering right now. And you can see this Valley Union team is not a team that's going to roll over and die. They're tied up 8-8 right now at halftime against a tough Desert Heights team, 2 playoff teams in the 1A division last year. In Douglas versus Flowing Wells, I can't see a score to that game, but I'm sure that game's in the second quarter or starting the third quarter. And then we have Benson versus Phoenix Christian. Again, I can't see a score to that game, so let's go find my other updates. Douglas versus Flowing Wells, Flowing Wells up 21-10 on our very own Douglas Bulldogs. This is week 1 for Douglas. So they're going to try to work out some kinks, right? Douglas has always been one of those tough teams, an iron sharp Douglas team. And let's move over to Buena versus Cienega. Buena on top, 31-10. And I believe this the second quarter. Yeah, it's the second quarter. Buena up 31-10 over their rivals an hour down the road in Cienega. And the Cienega team, really, they kind of come in every year and ruin Buena's season with giving Buena a loss. But Buena's not here to play around this year. Buena told them, we're tired of it. We're not going to roll over for you. We're going to put on the gas. So let's pull up and look at the Cool Zone and see what's going on. And that is the NFL Red Zone of Cool FM. Cool FM covering every game from every high school in Cochise County every Friday night. Every Friday night, we'll be out here watching, covering, enjoying all these games in the county, bringing them to you so you have the ability to watch them from home, from a trip to Las Vegas, maybe even Barbados. If you're out and you're interested in going to Barbados, go out there. You can still watch your sons, your brothers, your nieces, your nephews, cousins. You can watch all of them play. You need to enjoy your trips and enjoy them with Cool FM. So now I'm going to talk about Tombstone. Tombstone canceling their game versus Pima this week after some small issues, but they're looking to turn everything around, looking to play next week against Benson, right? So we're excited to see what Tombstone can do. They're in great hands with Coach Rhodes. Their athletic director really kind of taking over and making sure that they're still able to field the team. And those kids, they're itching to play, right? You know, they're probably watching some of these games and wishing they had the ability to play. So a huge thank you to Tombstone for keeping football alive in Tombstone after Coach Dom. And you know it's hard to turn a program around. Your head coach is leaving. You have a lot of seniors graduating from a tough playoff team that made it to the playoffs 2 years in a row, from turning a program around. And so it's always going to be a hard turnover for Tombstone. So let's find some other score updates from every school in the state. I'm tapped in with every school in the state, so let's see what score updates we can get. And we want to give a huge thank you to our presenting sponsor, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative. And I'm excited to see really what this ALA team can bring this year, making the move up from 8-man to 11-man just after 1 year. They made the playoffs last year, took a tough loss to Skyline Prep, Gila River, and that's a tough loss to take, losing in the first round of playoffs, and then going up 2 divisions to Division III. So let's see what ALA can do. Playing 11-man for the first time in the school's history tonight, out in Casa Grande, at Carmack Nat Park, playing Mission Heights Preparatory Academy, and that's a team we've seen play on Cool FM here one time before against Berean Academy last year, and they took a tough loss. So I'm excited to see, you know, what this ALA team can do and really just kind of make the change from 8-man to 11-man. Last week they scrimmaged Berean Academy in an 11-man game, so we got to see Berean Academy play 11-man for the first time, and they looked good. So now we get to see ALA play their first official 11-on-11 game, and it looks like it's 12-0 still at halftime. And it looks like there was another touchdown in the Boyna game. Cienega scoring. That's going to make that score 31-16. And this air here is dry. Let me be the first to tell you that this air here is dry.
My goodness, Jaden Rogers.
What a play in the Bisbee game. If you're waiting for this game to come back on from halftime, you can always pull up some of the other live streams we have from around the county and watch these amazing youth athletes perform in this county right now. We want to give a huge thank you to the MORSE Automotive Group. Cochise County is now backed by Morse. The Sherry ETHELL team at Long Realty. Make your first call to the real estate experts at 717-599-2439. BARNETT'S Towing and BARNETT'S Propane, serving our community since 1963. Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today at 520-432-6435. And this crowd here is ecstatic. This is probably the nicest Friday night environment I've been on, and I've played on Friday nights. I've been to just about every school in the county on Friday night, and this is one of the best Friday night atmospheres I've seen going through any of the teams Cochise County has played so far this year. In Valley Union, in the locker room at halftime, probably telling them to work on their man coverage, make sure their coverage is locked down tight, because that's where it looks like they're having the most issues, is in coverage, man coverage, zone coverage, all the coverages. So that's the only thing I can say that they really need to turn around. They're having a good showing tonight, 8-8, the one touchdown coming on a 70-yard kick return from Miles Richardson. And these lights, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to pan so you guys can see this lighting. These are the stadium lights they have here. They've got the little tiny ones, the stand-up lights. And so you can see the lighting as you go further down the field towards the end zone is a little bit darker. So over here you can see everything. And I'm sorry to the cameraman, I just had to take over a little bit so I could better explain the situation on the field.
How dare you take over?
So I could better explain the situation on the field. You can see just how dark it is on the far side end zone from where we're at right now. But you can also turn and see the crowd. You can turn and look at how big of a crowd this is for a 1A school. This is probably one of the bigger crowds I've seen.
Look what Logan did. He just.
I messed up the whole camera. I'm sorry, Carlos. We've got Carlos Aponte from Berean Academy on the camera. And Carlos, is there anything you want to say?
No, honestly. So right here at 1A school, what's the school? Valley Union, and today, you know, they're doing really well. Okay, I'm sorry.
And that's why he's a cameraman, guys. He's doing a great job on the camera. Let's give some props to Carlos in the live chat. He's doing a great job on the camera. We love Carlos. We love Carlos at Cool FM. We cover his games every week. We've covered his games every week since he was a freshman. What a guy. And you can see, do not show this team running onto the field. Let's wait for our guys from the county, Valley Union, getting ready to come back out onto this field and really play some hard-nosed football against this Desert Heights team. You can see just what they're getting ready to do. And this Desert Heights team running a lot of empty set, really trying to get their quarterback in space. And this Valley Union defense really has not been able to get a bunch of pressure on the quarterback. And when they do, he kind of looks unfazed. I see him as a bigger version of Lamar Jackson. He's kind of mobile in the pocket. Some might even say he's kind of Mahomey. He's kind of Mahomey. And so, you know, he's kind of able to make any throw on the field from really any spot on the field. You've seen him make explosive play after explosive play. You have number 9 from Desert Heights really able to get open in the field. You have number 7. So you have playmaker after playmaker after playmaker on this Desert Heights team. But it's the same thing for Valley Union. You have the freshman quarterback, James Richardson. You have his older brother, Miles Richardson. And then you have the running back, linebacker, Yahir Luna. And Yahir Luna is a popper. You heard him pop this guy right next to the camera. I'm sure my microphone picked it up. I really hope so. I'm going to watch this back when I get in the car, and I want to see if the microphone picked up that pop, because that was quite the hit.
Well, both sides of the team are hitting really well. You can see the pops, you can hear the pops, and they're like brutal pops. They ain't no light, pops. And
yeah, they're hitting. They definitely came out here to hit tonight.
They came out here for competition.
And here comes Valley Union. And you can see them coming back to the field. And you can see the referees. We love the referees. They're doing a great job tonight. They're doing a great job, making sure this game's played fair and square for both teams. And you can see Valley Union coming back. So let's go over towards Valley Union. Let's go see if we can get in on their warm-ups a little bit. So Valley Union, a team that took a tough loss last week in St. David, looking to turn it around and put a 1 in their win column. And they're looking to put an L in Desert Heights L column. Excuse me. I almost said win column. But you can see these Valley Union players coming over here to get warmed up, making sure they're stretched out coming out of halftime. And you can see really this lighting on this field is some of the craziest I've ever seen. You can hear these generators whirring in my ear. And you can see them coming to warm up.
Lots of bugs infested too.
There are a lot of bugs on this field. I feel like I'm getting eaten up alive. But I will say the good thing I haven't seen that I see in a lot of high school football games, there have been no injuries so far.
Thank
there have been no injuries so far, not even a cramp. Right? So these teams came prepared, physically prepared, and you can just see them getting ready to warm up, right? You can see how focused they are. You can look at the freshman quarterback, James Richardson, number 8. That's going to be he's up for player of the game right now. It's him, his brother, and Yahir Luna. I mean, they're playing great. You can just see how intense they are. You can feel it kind of standing here warming up. And this is something new Cool FM is doing. We're on the field. You guys are on the field with us watching this game. So I love this angle. And I want to take a second because a lot of people don't understand this. I'm a young guy, I just graduated from high school. I played high school football. James Richardson has some drip. He's got some drip. He's pretty trim. I will say he's got the shut F7. He's got the sleeve. He's got the sleeve. He's got the scrunch socks.
And he got the Jordan 11.
Yep, he's got the Jordan cleats.
I got the Jordan 11.
So you know he's here ready to play. You know he means business, right? And this Valley Union team really coming out here to play a tough game. And I think Miles Richardson switches cleats. I might be wrong.
Now here's the question to ask. Will they lead for the second half?
My money is not on anybody. I'm not putting any money on anybody this game. This game's really a hard-fought game. Valley Union's putting up points on special teams.
gotta give respect to them.
And Desert Heights is putting points up on offense, right? So, you know, this is a tough game. It's a tough game to try to make a decision on. But both of these teams are playing great. And nobody's going to notice this besides me. I feel like I'm the only person that would ever notice this. Miles Richardson switched his cleats out.
He did?
He had on the red Jordan 1 cleats. Now he's got on, now he has on the Nike Dunk cleats.
I should realize that.
So you know, you always bring up multiple pairs of cleats to a game. And he's just showing exactly why you do that. If the field feels a little different than you thought it would running, you always change your cleats. If you start slipping, change your cleats. It's always the solution. So Valley Union tied up with Desert Heights 8-8 right now. And you have 2 minutes left in halftime before we come back to gameplay. And Valley Union's going to bring it in. Valley Union's bringing it back into the huddle at midfield. And I'm excited to see what this team can do here in the second half. And we're going to bring this second half to you, presented by SSVC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community, the MORSE Automotive Group in Cochise County, now backed by Morse, the Sherry ETHELL team at Long Realty. Give them a call at 717-599-2439. BARNETT'S Towing and BARNETT'S Propane, serving our community since 1963. Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. Make an appointment today at 520-432-6435. Grasshopper Landscaping. Visit them on Facebook or Google Grasshopper Landscaping. I'm good. How are you? Ginger's Title Services, located at 999 East Fry Boulevard. Open from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays for you guys who are going to be up late watching this game. ALLO Fiber, now available in Sierra Vista. Right Way, now serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. American Southwest Credit Union, visit them at ascu.org. Sierra Toyota, locally owned, community-driven. TWN Communications, Eagle Plumbing, just one call away. Proud supporters of local sports. Vinny's Pizza, Sierra Vista. Again, my gift card deal still stands. If you want a Vinny's Pizza, put it in a live chat. I'll give you a gift card. Chris Leon and the Leon team at Cross Country Mortgage, Sierra Vista. Think of them for your next home loan experience. Sierra Vista Sonic Drive-In, Duran Plumbing in Sierra Vista and Cochise County. Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, LLC. And they're going to pick up this kickoff. And he's going to get popped by Yahir Luna. He's not letting that happen. And he changed his cleats too. He changed his cleats too. So that's going to be, and now we're going to present Seniors Helping Seniors. Visit them at southernarizonaSHS.org or call 520-487-4246. And last but not least, Desert RV in Huachuca City. Go to desertrvcenter.com. And this is going to bring up 1st and 10 for Desert Heights for this offense. And they've shown that they can be explosive. They've been explosive all night long, making these deep passes, hitting these crossing routes in the middle, and they need to get some pressure on this quarterback. Really find a way to phase him. Get some sacks, get in his face. And just what I was saying, right when I said it, there's a sack. That's going to be number 14 for Valley Union. In on the sack. That's going to be Manuel Rojas, the junior, the tight end D lineman. And he's tall. He's tall and lanky. So Valley Union, first down. They're going to get a 15-yard sack, 12-yard sack. That's going to bring up 2nd and 22 for this Valley Union defense. And these receivers here checking in with the referee on the side. And I know you guys can't see what I'm seeing. I'm about 20 yards down the sideline. So I'm right up where they're at. And they're going to try to hit the little out route. And there's going to be a timing little miscommunication. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 22 for this Desert Heights offense. And you have to have those timing routes down. You can't really expect an out route to go anywhere if you don't have the timing down with your receiver. This is going to bring up 3rd and 22 for Desert Heights.
Ready? Let's go! Come on, D, let's go! Let's go!
And they're going to line up empty set again. Trips to the left. And he's going to drop back to pass. And it's going to be incomplete, knocked down by Miles Richardson, the man who changed his cleats. And that's going to bring up 4th and 22 here in Glendale, Arizona at Desert Heights Prep Academy. watching this game, watching this Valley Union Blue Devils team take on this Desert Heights prep team. And this is going to bring up 4th and 22. This game's tied up 8-8, starting the second half.
Hey, we got one here. Hey.
And this is going to be 4th and 22. And it looks like they're going to bring their punter on. So they're going to punt this ball, give it back to Valley Union, and see what Valley Union's offense can capitalize on. See if they can capitalize on this momentum their defense just gave them on 4th and 22. So it looks like there's going to be 3 and out for Desert Heights. Opening up the second half, going 3 and out. You never want to see that. And that punt's going to be sky high. And they're going to tell them to get away from the ball, stay away from the ball. And Desert Heights is going to down it on their side of the field. So Valley Union's going to have good field position. They're going to take over at about the 37. And so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Valley Union, just outside the red zone at Desert Heights 37. Take over for the first time on offense in the second half. And my cameraman's over there talking to some of the coaches. What a guy. Love that guy, Carlos Aponte. If you guys aren't busy, go catch him on a Thursday night at Keith Hampton Field for Marine Academy. They've got some stud athletes over there. Isaac Merrill, Johnny Torres, just to think of a few off the top of my head, right? Led by a great coach, Jalen Hampton. And here comes Valley Union on 1st and 10. And they're going to keep the ball. James Richardson going wide open down the sideline. And number 7 getting lost. And he's going to run it in. First play of the second half. And that's going to be a touchdown, Valley Union. There goes James Richardson going down the sideline. Wide open, untouched, unscathed. And that's going to be another touchdown for Valley Union. So that's going to make the score 14-8 here in Glendale, Arizona at Desert Heights Prep Academy. Valley Union scoring on their first play from scrimmage of the second half. What a run by James Richardson, right? What a play. Able to get down the field, get open, find some running room, and his receivers running their corners off. What a job. So this is going to be a 2-point attempt from Valley Union. They scored on their first one, so let's see what they can punch in right here. The score is 14-8, Valley Union on top.
Was on the left side?
And he's going to fake a pass, and he's going to be brought down. And that's going to keep the score at 14-8, Valley Union on top here in Glendale, Arizona. And Desert Heights is going to get the ball back here. And this is going to bring up kickoff, the kickoff team for Valley Union. And that touchdown is going to be sponsored by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community in Cochise County. And they do a great job. We love Sulphur Springs. They're my favorite. I love them. No, they're not my favorite. I do love them, though. And we want to give a huge thank you to MORSE Automotive Group. Cochise County is now backed by MORSE. And here comes Valley Union getting ready to kick the ball off this Desert Heights team. And their cheerleaders throwing up the wolf sign, coyote sign, something like that. Their mascot's the coyotes. So I'm going to assume they're throwing up a coyote. And here's the kick. Fielded by Desert Heights, and he's going to catch it off the bounce, and he's going to try to find an open lane. And it looks like he's going to break some tackles and then be swallowed up by Valley Union at the 50-yard line. And you can see number 5 fired up to make that tackle. So it's going to bring up 1st and 10, bring up the Desert Heights offense back onto the field. Here in Glendale, Arizona, playing at their home field, playing with the lighting. Valley Union's playing against some odds right here. They've got the bugs in their face. They're probably eating a bug when they're running down the field. Right? I know the bugs are all up in my face. I'm sweaty. I'm hot. It's humid out here. And then they're playing against the lighting. So in that south side end zone, you can't see anything. It's black out there, right? There's no light. And so they're playing against some variables here. But just expect that anytime you play it in the away game, that you're going to play against some variables. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Desert Heights, taking over on their second offensive drive of the half. And their first one, they went 3 and out, and he's going to drop back to pass, looking to find a running lane. He's going to try to hit a receiver deep, and that's going to be intercepted by Miles Richardson on the sideline. What a play. What a play. What a play by Miles Richardson. Finding a way to intercept that ball, going up for that ball,
What a
High
play.
pointing that ball, being aggressive to the point of attack. And what a play. So that's going to bring Valley Union's offense back onto the field. What a play. So that's their third forced turnover this game. This Valley Union defense is really kind of having a field day with these turnovers, but their offense hasn't been able to capitalize. The last drive, James Richardson, the freshman quarterback, able to punch one in on a rushing touchdown. So let's see what he can do and see if he can make something happen once again this drive and lean on his seniors and lean on his senior leadership. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Valley Union. Miles Richardson in motion, and he's going to fake and hand it off to Here Luna down the middle. And again, same play, same money, and he's going to be running down the sideline, and he's going to pop. He's going to pop, and he's going to score wide open. That's 2 plays, 2 touchdowns for this Valley Union offense coming out of halftime. 2 plays, 2 touchdowns. That's going to make the score 20-8 here in Glendale, Arizona, with this Valley Union offense just rolling the second half. And I want to know what this coach told his team here in the second half to see what caused them to turn around completely. Valley Union, you hear Luna taking a touchdown on the first play of the drive. Once again, that's going to make the score 20-8. Valley Union on top of this Desert Heights team. And so they're going to go for 2 here, looking to punch one in. And he's going to drop back to pass, fumbling, and that's going to bring up an incomplete 2-point attempt. So that's going to leave the score at Desert Heights 20, or at Desert Heights 8, Valley Union 20. So this Valley Union team clicking on offense coming out the second half. I think they're watching the broadcast in there, and they're like, dang, that guy's talking about our offense. So here comes Valley Union rolling. Absolutely rolling here in the second half. That's 2 plays, 2 touchdowns here in the second half. And they're going to kick this ball off again to this Desert Heights team. That's going to keep the score at 8-20. Valley Union on top here in the third quarter. And I love being able to be on the field. I'm walking down with the players. I feel like I'm really a part of this team. So I'm really enjoying that. James Richardson back to kick the ball, the quarterback. And he's going to make a little squib kick down the sideline. And Desert Heights is going to field it. And he's running. He's gunning. And James Richardson trying to make the tackle. And he's going to be brought down. Now it looks like it's going to be a horse collar. But there's no flag. I think there should have been a flag right there for a horse collar. But maybe the ref saw something I didn't. So this is going to be 8-20. Valley Union on top here in the third quarter. And that first touchdown here in the second half is going to be brought to you by the Sherry ETHELL team at Long Realty. Give them a call at 717-599-2439 if you're in the market to buy, sell. Make your first call there. Make your first call to Sherry ETHELL team at Long Realty, as well as BARNETT'S Towing and BARNETT'S Propane, serving our community since 1963. And Valley Union is going to take a timeout. I'm going to go over there and see what their coach is saying, just like I have on every timeout. So let's see what this coach is talking about with this team. Oh, we got the cameraman coming up to the timeout. I just got nudged on the leg by the tripod.
Never pointed at you, Logan.
Doesn't look like he's injured to me.
So it's going to bring up the Desert Heights offense. And I want to see what Valley Union's defense can do. Forcing a turnover, getting an interception last drive. And I got a chance to see them play during the summer. They look like a good team. They look like a solid team. So let's see what they can make happen. And so Desert Heights is going to be on offense once again. This is going to be their third drive of the second half. And they're going to see if they can make something happen. Throwing an interception last drive, going 3 and out on the first drive. So those are 2 turnovers that you can't have in a game like this where it's so close. Coming out of halftime, 8-8. And now Valley Union's on top, 20-8. So here comes Desert Heights quarterback. Running. and he's going to go out of bounds, and he's going to be popped by number 8, and then he's going to get trucked. What a stick.
Oh, my God.
What a stick. James Richardson trying to hit the quarterback out of bounds, and he's just going to bounce off. And then the quarterback getting in his face. So I want to know what the referee's telling this quarterback.
You really do like that flip phone on your hand, huh?
Yeah, I do. So that's going to be a penalty on Valley Union. The late hit on the quarterback out of bounds. You can't have that stuff happen. But I will say he did kind of bounce off him. So that's their first down and a half. So it's going to bring up first down for Desert Heights. Getting onto Valley Union's side of the field. They're going to be marked at about the 29. So Desert Heights just outside the red zone. And let's see if they can make something happen on offense here. Going 3 and out on the first drive. Again, throwing an interception on the second drive to Miles Richardson. And this is going to be really kind of one of those drives that determines how the rest of this game is going to play out. The quarterback dropping back to pass. And he's going to feel the pressure, make 2 men miss. And he's going to get out of bounds again. And he's going to lose some yardage. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And it looked like he was trying to tell his receiver, make the cut right there, get open so I can feed you the ball. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get you the ball on this play. So you need to make the cut. So he's running out of bounds, losing a yard. So that's 2nd and 11 for Desert Heights. And they're taking their time getting up to the line. Once again, this is giving Valley Union an edge on defense. You know, they're able to get set, able to figure out what scheme they're going to run off of their offense. And I don't know if Desert Heights is doing it on purpose or if they're really just kind of taking their time, calling the snap count to get the play in from coach. This is going to be 2nd and 11 for Desert Heights, and they're going to hand the ball off to the edge. Nice cut, finding the open hole, and he's going to get popped by James Richardson, the quarterback. What a pop by the freshman quarterback, James Richardson, freshman linebacker. And he came out here to hit. He hit the quarterback, laid out of bounds. He's just kind of looking for that contact anywhere he can get it. Valley Union on top, 20-8 here in Glendale, Arizona. In the third quarter, I can't see how much time is left. Their scoreboard's not working. They're not really trying to fix it either, so that's not great. But here comes 3rd and 5 for Desert Heights. And they're going to hand the ball off to the edge again, number 7. And he's going to get smoked. And that's going to be another fumble. Another fumble. We're playing Fumble-Rooski out here. And that fumble is going to be forced by Here Luna, the linebacker. That's going to bring up 4th and 2. 4th and 1. 4th and 2, I was correct. Okay. I'm good at guessing yardage. That's 4th and 2 for Desert Heights offense. They're going to try to go for it here. Probably hand the ball off, I would imagine. Right? I mean, they haven't had much success running the ball. Really kind of getting fumbles forced. Things haven't been running their way. So let's see what they can do on offense here. So this is going to be 4th down for the Desert Heights Prep Coyotes. Let's see what they can make happen out here. And he's going to drop back to pass. Pressure, pressure, pressure. And he's going to be brought down for a sack, and that's going to be Valley Union ball. Let's bring the camera down here. First down, Valley Union. What a play. What a play. Now they're starting to get some pressure. Now they're starting to get in that quarterback's face, disrupt his flow a little bit. Now it's not big play after big play after big play. It's a mistake on Valley Union's end, and then big play from Valley Union. So here comes first down for Valley Union's offense, coming back onto the field for a 3rd time this half. 4th time this half, excuse me. Let's see what Valley Union can do here. 1st and 10. From the 34-yard line. And they're going to line up. Hand the ball off to Here Luna once again. And he's going out to the sideline. Popping off a big run. And stiff arm. And he's going to be gone. Trucking number 7, touchdown again. I'm going to call it. I'm going to take a second. I'm going to call this game. Here Luna's my player of the game. Yahir Luna is my player of the game by far. 2 forced fumbles, 2 big rushing touchdowns, adding a third 60-yard rush. He's just popping off these runs left and right. These dive plays are really just kind of killing this defense. This defense can't do anything to stop them. So that's going to be another touchdown. Valley Union up 26-8, really putting a beating on this Desert Heights Coyotes team here in the second half. And that kid's a bruiser, stiff arm, truck stick to get into the end zone. What a player. So it's going to Valley Union going for 2, handing the ball off to Miles Richardson, getting around the edge, and that's going to make this score 28-8.
Smile for the camera. I'm just kidding. It didn't hurt me.
28-8. Valley Union on top over Desert Heights. And that's going to keep this score 28-8. Valley Union Prep on top. I keep repeating it, but I'm just at shock at how well this Valley Union team has played the second half. Really just kind of running these plays on offense, these basic dive plays, running these basic scheme plays, getting their quarterback open to start the half. Running these 2 dives back to back, and they're just going to pop one loose again. So Valley Union getting ready to kick the ball off once again to this Desert Heights team. And so let's see what Desert Heights can do now. Right, they haven't done a good job so far in the second half. Being productive on offense, they've had 1 score here in the first half. And so that ball's going to be kicked off, and he's going to go down with it. So that Valley Union defense is going to come back on the field, keeping them scoreless so far here in the second half. And Valley Union on top here in Glendale, 28-8 once again. And that touchdown is going to be brought to you by ALLO Fiber, your home team internet, TV, and phone provider. Visit allofiber.com to learn more about the ALLO Fiber difference and become a Fiber fan. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for Desert Heights here in Glendale, Arizona, at their home field, playing against Valley Union. And they're going to run the ball, and he's going to be swallowed up by about 6 Blue Devils. He's going to gain about what looks like 2 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 8 for the Blue Devils. Excuse me, for Desert Heights, that's going to bring up 2nd and 8. So here comes Valley Union's defense just rolling the second half. And their offense has been rolling just like their defense. So here comes 2nd down and 8 for this Desert Heights defense, or for this Desert Heights offense, excuse me. Valley Union defense. In the third quarter, Valley Union on top, 28-8.
Killing it on both sides.
100%.
100%.
And the quarterback's going to drop back to pass, make a man miss again, hit him with a spin move. He's going to try to hit this fade on the sideline. Picked off. James Richardson. Intercepted. Complete. James Richardson. That's the 4th turnover. Let's make another count. That's turnover number 4 forced by this Blue Devils defense. This defense is playing lights out tonight. And these coaches are all looking at me like I'm the one making the defensive play calls, but I'm just here giving play-by-play. What a play. What a play by the young freshman James Richardson, the quarterback, the linebacker, making a great play, getting his feet, keeping his feet in bounds. And so let's see what the offense can do. How many plays do you think before they score?
To be honest,
1. You think they're going to score on the first play?
First run.
I'll give it 3 plays. So here comes Valley Union.
Hold on. I'll give it 1 to 5.
1 to 5 play. Okay.
1 to 5.
Okay.
First down on the 3rd play.
Okay, so 1st down on the 3rd play, and they're going to score. Okay, here we go. So Valley Union offense taking over once again. They're going to bring in a lineman. They're going to go. Oh, James Richardson moving his offensive lineman, explaining the job to him. They're going to send Miles Richardson in motion. Hand it off to him down the sideline. He's coming. And he's going to be out of bounds. And they're going to try to spin him around. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7, I'm going to say. 2nd and 7 for this Blue Devils offense. This is their first 2nd down this entire half, by the way. Their first 2nd down this entire half.
It's crazy.
Their first time not scoring in 1 play this entire second half. So let's just think about that for a second. I'm gonna give you guys a second to marinate on that.
I was still predicting that play.
Okay, third play, first down. Let's hear it. That's what the cameraman Carlos said. Cameraman Carlos. Oh, it's got a ring to it. Cameraman Carlos. So 2nd and 7 for this Valley Union offense. And he's going to, incomplete to number 11. That's going to be an out route, in and out of hands, straight through the hands. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 3rd and about 6 for this Valley Union offense. Looking to add to their lead, 28-8. Valley Union on top here in Glendale, Arizona. And the quarterback, James Richardson, is going to bring the play call into the huddle, along with number 40, subbing out number 50 on the line. And this Desert Heights offense, they came out hard. They came out with some explosive plays, and now it's just been turnover after turnover after turnover. Their quarterback making risky throws. I said he looked like Mahomes, but he's playing like Mahomes in the Super Bowl against the Buccaneers. But he did have a great first half, and I'm sure that guy's a leader. So he's really going to try to turn this around. And that's going to be a false start. I believe a legal man in motion. Yep, so that's going to be a false start against Valley Union. Move that back 5. That's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for Valley Union. Now they're playing against themselves here, right? So they had a lead. They had a great offensive series going to start this half. 3 back-to-back touchdowns. And now they're going to take a costly penalty, a false start, up 28-8. Here in Glendale, Arizona, at Desert Heights Prep Academy.
I'll still think they get the first down in this play.
And so he's going to bring up 3rd and about 11 for this Valley Union offense.
I'm still predicting it. I still believe in it.
And they can convert from really anywhere on this field. They've shown this second half. Their offense has been rolling. And that's going to be another flag.
Another flag.
That's going to be another false start.
False start.
False start on the offense. Once again, move that back 5. That's going to be 3rd and 16. 3rd and 16. And we're close to this field. I wish I had my phone to show you guys just how close we were. I wish we were recording on my phone, but our camera is literally touching the sideline. We're in the player's box on the sideline. Me and the referee just made eye contact. I thought he was going to tell us to move back. I was like, please, we're doing a great job covering this.
Risk it for the content.
Risk it for the biscuit. So here comes Valley Union, 3rd and 16, sending Miles Richardson in motion. They're going to hand it off to here, Luna, down the middle. And he's going to make a man miss. Big contact, trying to get back between the sticks. And that's going to bring up, I believe, 4th and 11. 4th and 12. Gaining 4 on that play. 4th and 12. No, that's 4th and 12. There's no way. That's about 4th and 11. Yeah, you're right. So I was going to bring up 4th and 11 for this offense, who came out fired up in the second half, and maybe they heard me talking, got a little less fired up. So let's see if they can punch this loose and get a first down here. Breaking the huddle, coming out on offense. And they're going to send Miles Richardson in motion once again. And he's going to come down, crack back. And that's going to be James Richardson coming down the sideline. And he's going to break one loose, touchdown. Touchdown, James Richardson. Okay, excuse me. I don't know who my player of the game is yet. We got Miles Richardson with the interception and the touchdown. We got James Richardson, 2 rushing touchdowns, an interception. Look how you hear Luna, the bowling ball. 2 forced fumbles and an interception. Actually, excuse me, 1 forced fumble. Miles Richardson is 1 forced fumble. So I don't know who my player of the game is. We've got Miles Richardson. Listen to this. Miles Richardson has a forced fumble, an interception, a kick return touchdown. You hear Luna, 2 rushing touchdowns and a forced fumble. And then James Richardson, an interception and a forced fumble. And 2 rushing touchdowns.
In my opinion, Miles got it, I'll be honest.
Here comes Miles Richardson cutting up, spinning in.
Touchdown.
And that's going to be another touchdown. 36-8. Valley Union on top here in Desert Heights Academy.
It's 34-8.
Valley Union 36, Desert Heights 8. What a play. And that touchdown is going to be brought to you by Right Way, now serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County, providing heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. Happy to support our local athletic sports broadcasts. And Valley Union's kickoff team taking over the field once again. Valley Union on top here in Glendale, 36-8. And they're going to kick this ball back to Desert Heights offense, who hasn't been able to accomplish too much in the second half. So we'll see what they can do this drive. The little squib kick again. They're going to try to return it, and he's going to go down. And I thought Valley Union might recover that, but they don't. And cameraman Carlos leaving the cardboard in his hat. That is a hot take. I don't know if he meant to do that, but I got to help cameraman Carlos out. Let's show some love for cameraman Carlos in the live chat. He's doing a great job out here covering this game with me. And Valley Union's defense coming back onto the field. And they're going to bring out Miles Richardson, making some of their substitutions. They're up early. And they have 9 on the field. They have 9 on the field. And they're going to bring off number 48, it looks like. Bring him to the sideline, realizing they have 9 on the field. Yeah.
Is it going to be closer?
Okay, so this is Miles Richardson. Or not Miles Richardson, James Richardson. James Richardson, almost player of the game so far in my head.
In my head?
In my head, you're almost player of the game. What do you have to say right now?
It means a lot, especially as a freshman. Coming off the loss from St. David, I think this is a really good bounce back.
You're playing great. Keep it up. I'm looking forward to see what you do this year. And that's James Richardson. We're getting an interview with the freshman quarterback already on accident. He came over to talk to us, asked if we were Cool FM, and I love that kid. I love that kid. That kid's got to be one of my favorite kids I've ever met so far. So we get a sideline interview.
Seems pretty chill, honestly.
Sideline interview. Great kid, right? He seems smart. Seems like he knows what he's talking about, right? So he's really making a case for player of the game, and I think that interview might have just solidified it for him because he came over to get an interview. He knew what he wanted. He wanted the spotlight. So Valley Union calling a timeout, and they're going to talk to their coaches, make these subs on defense. They're up 36-6, so a 28-point lead. That's 4 unanswered scores here in the second half, by the way, in case nobody's tracking. That's 4 unanswered scores. 2 rushing touchdowns by James Richardson, the freshman quarterback, and 2 rushing touchdowns by Yahir Luna, the senior running back. So right now, seniority versus youth is kind of showing its face on this Valley Union team, that they can attack the ball with their young athletes and attack the ball with their seniors. So Valley Union's defense getting ready to take the field again. And it looks like this is going to be the start of the fourth quarter. Excuse me, not a timeout. Start of the fourth quarter. 12 minutes to go left in this game. What do you think the final score is going to be?
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it at all, man. I feel, if I could be straight honest with you, I think it would be 54.
54-8?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 54-8. You heard cameraman Carlos. We love cameraman Carlos again. Catch him out at Marine Academy Thursday nights at home, at Keith Hampton Field, and Friday nights away, wherever I'll be. I'll be there with him. You guys know I'll be there, showing love to Marine Academy on Friday nights. So here comes Desert Heights offense, coming on the field, handing the ball off to number 7, and he's going to get popped. Way to steal the edge by number 58 for Valley Union. Let's go down this way. So Valley Union's defense playing lights out the second half. Their offense, led by the freshman James Richardson, also playing lights out. As we start the fourth quarter is underway here in Glendale, Arizona. Valley Union on top 36-8. After being tied up going into halftime 8-8, they've put up 4 unanswered scores. 4 of them unanswered scores. That's a lot of touchdowns in football. And so Desert Heights quarterback dropping back to pass, and he's going to find pressure, and he's going to not be able to evade it, but he's going to find a man on the sideline with a toe drag. It looked like he exaggerated the toe drag a little bit.
That's actually the first perspective.
They had to make sure they knew he was in.
That's actually the first perspective.
I think he could have cut up. I don't think he had to toe drag at all. I think he could have caught that and cut up. But you got to put on a show. You got to put on a show for the referees so the referees know you're in bounds. So this is going to be 1st and 10 for this Desert Heights offense here in Glendale, Arizona. Showing really their horns, right? They're Blue Devils. They're showing their horns. Handing the ball off. Yeah, here Luna missing the tackle, but he's able to get it. Oh, no, and he's going down with an injury, it looks like. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's an injury you hate to see. You never want to see an injury, especially not, at an away game where you're away from your family. You don't want to see an injury. That's Yahir Luna, the senior, 2 touchdowns, playing a heck of a game tonight. It looks like he might be cramping. It's humid out here. It looks like he's cramping, so thank God it's not anything major. But that kid is having himself a game. So we're going to be back live here from Glendale, Arizona. Valley Union on top, 36-8. Playing quite the second half. 4 unanswered scores, 28 points put up here in the 3rd quarter. And Desert Heights is going to start on offense here in this 4th quarter. And this is going to bring up, I believe, 2nd and 10 for this Desert Heights offense. And they're going to switch their formation up a little bit. Moving number 7 out wide against number 11. Trying to find some mismatches. Trying to see what they can do. And here comes 2nd down, 2nd and 10 for Desert Heights. And he's going to drop back to pass. Trying to find his running back in the flat. And he's going to be brought down by number 3, Miles Richardson. Just short of the 1st down. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 2. So that's going to be 3rd and 2 for this Valley Union defense. Trying to hold them scoreless here in the second half. They held them scoreless through the 3rd quarter. Now they're going to try to do that for the 4th quarter.
I have a question for you, Lou.
Okay, what's your question, cameraman Carlos?
How many sacks will the Valley Union defense have?
They have 2 right now. So I'm gonna say 4.
4?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 3.
I'm thinking 5.
I'm thinking 3. And he's gonna hit the post. Wide open touchdown.
Wide open touchdown.
So Carlos' score prediction is wrong. I want that to be out there. The Carlos' score prediction is incorrect now. It can't be 54-8 because Desert Heights just scored. So that's going to make the score 36-14, getting their first points on the board of the second half. And here comes Desert Heights. Do you think they're going to come back? I'm going to come right around behind the goalpost. I'm making my way down. I'm making my way through the back of the end zone. Let's see if I can get a special look at some stuff. I love being able to be on the field. This is great. I'm in a bright blue shirt, so everybody can see me right now, by the way. So I can't really hide from the referees. I can't really hide from anybody. So they're going to try to fix this defensive set. Their coach telling them to tighten it up. He's going to drop back to pass, trying to hit the slant, and that's going to be caught by number 9, good for 2. So that's going to make the score 36-16 in Glendale, Arizona. Desert Heights getting a score on the board. So Valley Union up 20 points right now here in the 4th quarter.
Need more scorers. They'd have to score 3 more and reach the 21 points, 20 points.
So Valley Union getting ready to receive the kickoff right here. This is their first kickoff reception since the first half, I think. So this coach is calling out an onside kick. He thinks they're going to onside kick this kick right here. So let's see if Carlos can get right where they're going to kick it. Oh, that kick is going deep. Never mind. Miles Richardson, he caught a kick return for a touchdown earlier. So let's see what he can make happen. Oh, no. He's getting loose. He's coming down the sideline, Carlos. Cameraman Carlos. Oh, and he almost got there. He almost got there. He stepped a half an inch out of bounds. Man, I was yelling for you. I was like, Cameraman Carlos, no, get out of the way. You're going to get hurt, Cameraman Carlos.
I'm gonna do the Marshall Lynch.
Oh, he's saying he would have stiff-armed him. He said he would have stiff-armed him. So Cameraman Carlos thinks he's going to stiff-arm them running full speed at him. Cameraman Carlos, what a guy. But he's doing a great job behind the camera. We love Cameraman Carlos. So this is going to be 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils in Desert Heights territory. And I thought they were going to take that kick return back for a touchdown. I will say, whenever I saw him hit that spin move on the sideline when he barely stepped out, I thought he was going to the crib. I thought he was going to the promised land, yeah. Miles Richardson. He's looking like he's going to be one of the top kick returners in the county so far this year. And so he's going into motion, 1st and 10. And James Richardson going to fumble the snap. Oh, no. Oh, no. So Desert Heights is going to get the offense. So that's going to bring up 1st and 10 for this Desert Heights offense. That's the first turnover of Valley Union for the game. That's the first time they've turned the ball over. So let's get a score update on these other games around the county. Bisbee and Cortez, I don't have a score. ALA versus Mission Heights. The score right now, 36-0. And it looks like that game just ended. Wilcox versus Arizona Lutheran. Arizona Lutheran on top, 19-0 over Wilcox. The St. David Baba Kivri. St. David on top, 59-0. That game just ended as well. Douglas versus Flowing Wells. The score is 33-10. Flowing Wells on top. Benson versus Phoenix Christian. Phoenix Christian on top, 35-14. Has Desert Heights quarterback rolling out right. And he's going to find a wide open man. And he's going to be brought down at the 10-yard line for Valley Union. And he's going to flex on him. He's going to try to hit a flex on him. And Boyna, now in a nail-biting game, right? Cienega came back. The score is 31-24 in the 3rd quarter. And Cienega, doing what Cienega does. That's one of my favorite games to watch every year. Is Cienega play Valley Union, Boyna, excuse me. Is watching Cienega play Boyna. So it's going to be 1st and goal for Desert Heights from about the 10. From right on the 10. So it's going to be 1st and goal. Desert Heights looking to punch another one in, add a score to Valley Union lead and chip away. And that's going to be a sack. Mark that. That's their 3rd sack. No more for the game. No more sacks for the game. No more sacks for the game. Cameraman Carlos saying they're going to get 5 sacks. I'm saying 3. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 25 for Desert Heights. Trying to work in 25 yards to score. Plug it in right here. And plug it into the back of the microphone thing.
Control it from me real quick.
So here comes cameraman Logan as we try to fix some of these technical difficulties. And Desert Heights throwing it deep. Almost intercepted again by James Richardson. What a play. So that's going to bring up 3rd and goal for this Desert Heights offense, Looking to punch another score in here. We're good. So it's going to bring up 3rd and goal for Desert Heights. Trying to get a score on the board, their 2nd score of the half. And here comes Valley Union. Valley Union's defense. And cameraman Carlos is thirsty. He's talking about how he wants some water from Valley Union. If anybody on the Valley Union sidelines watching this, please bring us some water. And they're going to take down the quarterback. Did he gain yards? Please tell me he gained yards so it's not a sack. And he did gain yards. That's not a sack. So this is going to bring up 4th and goal for Desert Heights. And are they going to try to kick a field goal, or are they going to go for it? I would go for it. You know, you're down 20 points in the fourth quarter. Really kind of start taking risks if you're this Desert Heights coach. Start taking some risks. Make some big plays. When you know your team's capable of being explosive, you let your team be explosive, especially when you need them to be explosive. So it's going to be 4th and goal for Desert Heights from the 21-yard line. Trying to punch one in before Valley Union takes over once again. And he's going to evade the pressure. Throwing a dot. Oh, incomplete. Oh, he just got hit. He just got smoked. Oh, no. What a play. What a play. Incomplete. That's going to be 1st and 10 for Valley Union. What a play by Miles Richardson, the senior, knocking that ball incomplete. Valley Union's going to take over on downs here. Cameraman Carlos is coming down here with me. This is going to be 1st and 10 for Valley Union's offense. What a play. What a play. I thought he was wide open. And they're going to force the incompletion. Uh-oh. I'm trying not to get in the way of the chain gang. This is going to be 1st and 10 for Valley Union. Take it over on offense once again. And it looks like Miles Richardson, a little banged up on the sideline, delivering a blow. So James Richardson, handle the ball to here, Luna. He's going to be taken down behind the line to gain. That's going to move the chains back. That's going to bring up 2nd and 12. What a game by the Valley Union Blue Devils so far up to this point. They faced some adversity in the first half, 8-8. Now it's 36-16. I did not have that on my bingo card coming out of halftime.
There's no doubt about that. But I still do think that Valley Union is still going to win.
Oh, 100%.
200%.
So they're going to send a man in motion. And James Richardson going to hand it off to him on the sideline. And what a block. Way to stay in bounds. And he's going to tackle him out of bounds. Number 72 for Desert Heights. Tackling number 34 for Valley Union. On the run. That's a nice run. And that was a great block. He caught a great block. That's going to be Christopher Gonzalez on the run. Getting down the sideline. Getting between the sticks again. Getting about 8 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for this Blue Devils offense. Trying to get a first down here. Trying to close out this game, really. 4 minutes to play in Glendale, Arizona. I heard the referees yell it. I need a referee microphone. I need to hear what they're talking about. I see they have their microphones in. I need to get one of those so I can hear what they're talking about, hear the time, since they're not running the scoreboard.
Imagine something like unexpected.
So here comes Valley Union, run the same play. Hand it off to here, Luna down the middle. And he's going to stiff arm number 7. He's off to the races again. He's off to the races. What an aggressive runner. That kid's a baller. He's probably got, I'd say, about 200 this game. That's about 200 rushing yards this game and 2 touchdowns. So what a play. So that's going to be first down, Valley Union. Now they're in Desert Heights territory on the 41-yard line. So this Desert Heights team really came out this first half, and they were balling. They were playing like they've never played before, right? And now this Valley Union team's kind of taken over this game and shown just what they're about after a tough loss to St. David last week. Able to bounce back and put some points on the board here in the second half. As you see Miles Richardson coming right back into the game. It might not just be a cramp. So let's take a minute just to look at.
I just want to say to the audience, I'm sorry. Minor difficulties with the audio and everything. Everything is like
Okay, we're good. We're good again with the audio. Okay, we're having
audio was off for a bit.
okay. We're having some issues with the audio. Well, thank you, cameraman Carlos, for giving us an update. I didn't even know my microphone wasn't on. I had no clue. Cameraman Carlos is messing with stuff. Excuse me, cameraman Carlos. Let's see what he's... I didn't know I could mute myself. Oh.
Well, we just found out from
Dang, I didn't know I could mute the microphone. That would have been really great during halftime. And they're nursing an injury to this Desert Heights defense right now. And it looked like he went down a little hard on his knee. So they're going to test him for a torn ligament. And you hate to see that, you know, especially in a high school athlete. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. That's hard.
It's especially hard because you don't even know if you're gonna like.
Let's get the camera to the scoreboard.
It is very sad because you never even know if you're gonna still play or you're gonna be out for the rest of the season.
I have high hopes for him. Hopes that the injuries nothing major. And you know, when things like that happen to your team, especially down 20, it's definitely hard when you're not really still in the game, but you're still in the game just enough to fight. When an injury like that happens, and they're going to help him up. Let's give him a round of applause. And let's bring the camera back to the field. Uh-oh. Okay, are we good? Yep, we're good.
Yeah, we're sure.
I'm going to shake the camera a little bit. Razzle dazzle. No, I'm just kidding. Here we go. 36-13. Valley Union on top here in Glendale, Arizona, over Desert Heights Prep. And I got my cool FM media badge. Right, I got my cool FM hat, my cool FM shirt. Thank you to Dan Powers for hooking us up, making sure we're all set up, ready to go for this game. So this is going to be first down. This Valley Union Blue Devils offense. Excuse me, not first down. 2nd and 10. Where did I get first down from? And it looks like we're waiting on the referees to roll the clock here to get the clock started. And they're going to get the clock started here now. And I'm going to clip this microphone to my hat. And you can hear these Valley Union cheerleaders fired up behind me. They're loud.
They're very loud.
This is going to be 2nd and 10, waiting on the referees to let the play happen. Here we go. Handing it off to Miles Richardson on the outside. He's going to cut back. He's coming back to me. Oh, he's getting outside. Oh, he's coming towards me. Oh, he's going to slide. He's going to slide. What a play. Getting the first down, staying in bounds, trying to keep the clock going. That's smart football. Keeping the clock going, getting down, staying in bounds. So this is going to be 36-16 here in the 4th quarter. Your Valley Union Blue Devils on top from Cochise County. And I just realized that I left my chapstick in the car, so my lips are really chapped right now. And it's really humid, so I'm really sweaty. I've got a hat on, so, you know, I'm really going through it out here weather-wise. But other than that, I'm watching some great football.
I do heard that there was a dust storm here a couple of days ago.
There was a really big dust storm, yes. There was a really big dust storm.
Humid, really bad.
Yeah. It might have turned into mud right here with how humid the air is. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Giving to Miles Richardson, and he's going to slide down. He could have scored. He could have added to the lead, but he chose not to. They're trying to run this clock out, and that's some leadership. That is leadership play by the senior Miles Richardson. I don't know who I'm going to give player of the game to yet. That's Miles Richardson sliding down before he scores. He had a wide open lane, and he chose to slide to run this clock down. So it's going to be 1st and goal for Valley Union. Up 36-16 here at Desert Heights Prep School in Glendale, Arizona.
two plays, they'll score a touchdown.
So cameraman Carlos says the next two plays are going to score. So he's going to be brought down. Cameraman Carlos. There's cameraman Carlos, guys. So here you go. You can just really see Valley Union showing some mercy, trying not to score again, trying not to add damage to the injury. No, you can't change your prediction. You said two plays.
No.
He's trying to change his prediction. Cameraman Carlos behind the camera trying to change his prediction. So it's going to be 2nd and goal for Valley Union from the 5-yard line. And let's see if they can try to punch one in. Let's see if they're going to try to punch one in.